But for me, it's I'm gonna try it. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
levels to the
right,
electricity.
right. It's a lot of levels to the electricity that I'll try. But it doesn't. My my manhood is not in question if I do it or if I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
And I think the it's different for every relationship too. And it's like that goes back to their communication issues, is that he like he never had that conversation with her. If that's something that you're like really thinking about, bring it up. Like,
Right.
yo, I feel like I'm not man enough for you. Is what is your definition of man in your life or something like that?
That's where the problem lies. It was never enough questions of clarification between the
Mm-hmm.
two of
Yeah.
them.
Mm-hmm.
It was, you don't support me enough.
Hey, Talisa.
What does support look like? I was about to say, hey, yellow glasses.
Yes.
I know, right?
I don't I don't think that they just got enough clarity on
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because you saying you don't support me enough. What does support look like for you? I didn't think that I was man enough for you. What does that look like? Because maybe her expectation is totally different from what you thinking it is.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know.
And that's what she told him. She was like, no, that's you in your head. I never said that. That's what you think based on what I said. But like you said, the mom said that too. It was a lot of miscommunication. When they talked to the experts, they were like, say what you mean and mean what you say. Explain. They needed a lot of clarification. And
But neither one of them could clarify.
I was actually gonna say the fact that he felt that way and felt so insecure, but felt like, hey, she's if he felt that she's worth trying, but felt those ways, it made sense for him to say yes on decision day. It never made sense for him not to say no. I can see if they had like overwhelming issues, like they wasn't getting along, they wasn't doing this, they wasn't doing that, they wasn't, all these things, but they were doing everything right.
Mhm.
And they were building on whatever it was that they were, from where they started to where they ended, like everything pointed to yes. And that
mhm.
insecurity or that fear only meant you needed to say yes because you needed more time to get answers for that fear. And yeah, he come back regretting everything, bro. You can't, no. And
He
Nothing
she
is
saw he
failure, but
saw in that dress. He saw in that dress and started
man,
regretting.
she look good in that dress,
first
man.
of all, they coordinated these outfits together. And y'all can't make me believe
I
otherwise.
say they did too.
They was at the house caking on the phone,
I'ma
talking
kill
about
him with
I'm
this.
wearing gold. Ooh, me too. We gonna
I'm
look like a unit.
gonna kill him with this one.
Miss Talisa, your thoughts on Shaq having to man up or the expectations of a man. I just have an issue when men say, "Look, I I don't think I could live up to her expectations." Don't wake me up.
Yeah, no. Whatever y'all said was fine. It was fine. Like I thought
Yeah.
I was getting enough time that I was gonna miss Shaq and Kirsten together. I was like, oh good. Okay, I think they just about done, and I come on and y'all still talking about Shaq and Kirsten. I you know, I only can I can only talk about like expectations that I want from a relationship, not from like him saying that doesn't live or he couldn't live up to her expectations of a man. My thought process is always, well, what is a man to you, and how does that look, and why don't you share that with her? This is who I am. These are the things that I enjoy. This is how I can support you. This is, what we can grow and build together. Here's where I'm lacking, but I mean, it takes a lot to be able to look at yourself and say that these are the things that you are, and this is where I fail. And I think that what he was saying when I wasn't man enough, well, I'm failing in these places that I'm not really willing to share with the world yet, right? Versus when the cameras are gone and saying, I don't know what this, and this looks like. It sounds like, I think I came in when Artika was saying he should have been saying, asking clarifying questions about, well, what is this? What does a man look like? What is it that you need from me? And I think one of the biggest things that they didn't do, or at least we didn't see them do, was have those conversations. I know when you get to know somebody, you have all of the conversations, and it's only 8 weeks, but you still can quickly, let's play 20 questions. Let's talk about previous relationships. What did your ex say about you? Like, if I asked just your ex 3 things, what would they say that they loved about you? What are the 3 things that they say that they don't like about you? Like, I've asked people, and I'd be shocked when I'd be like, what? You think that about me? Like, it's really eye-opening, but you have to be willing to really step out there and ask the questions that are required of 2 people really wanting to be together. I'm in the middle of a whole life lesson right now. So, I'm in the middle of a whole life lesson right now. So my whole perspective is really about having the conversations. Like, what does it look like? And do not tell me, and I swallow hard, at the 11th hour that something's wrong. Don't change the dynamic of our relationship without letting me know that you're changing the dynamic of the relationship. I'm really having a moment. And I'm not finna be out here crying on Beyonce's internet. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop. Today is not the day that we cry on Beyonce's internet. Okay.
But I agree with you, and I like how the mothers were dignified, even though how they came on and they wasn't pushing them. I just thought Kevin was too pushy. The mother said, "Let it be what it is." You know what I'm saying? They'll work. If they could find their way back together, they'll find their way back together. Even when they got talked to the experts, I thought the experts were still a little bit pushy. Was trying to push something. I mean, you can't. And I'm glad Shaq kind of stood his ground, whether I agree with it or not, because you're not gonna force me on national TV to make a decision that I don't want to make. And I'm glad she agreed to go to dinner with her. Let's have this conversation. Let's converse. Let's work it slowly and not force my hand. And I thought that was pretty good by him. I just, look, stand your ground, bro. If you're gonna say no,
you really think you really think that the experts were trying to force his hand, or anybody for that matter, especially after he had openly said the things that, like, I need this, that, or the third, or I want. To me, if those are the things that you wanted, then those are the things that you say. Like, I don't know about it being force of a hand. I think that they are just trying to get him to open up and say what it is that you want. What is it that you want? Where she was able to articulate what she wants, he wasn't. Like I said, I'm in the middle of a life lesson. Don't be offended, okay? Don't be offended.
This gonna be a new journal, this life lesson.
Listen, baby, I'm already writing down all the questions.
Yes.
Oh, the glasses came off like Pastor Cal's glasses came off.
I am in a season of life lessons, and when I have life lessons, when I come out on the other end, I do have a lot of just like insight about myself that I didn't recognize, even though I'm this amazing, awesome person. It's just sometimes you gotta,
let him use you.
Yeah, so we gonna see. Okay, this one's the best seller. This one going on Amazon. Just hold on. Just hold on.
I one of them too. What time you gonna buy it for me?
Okay, because I can't.
Listen, but I think you're right, Talisa. I don't think they were forcing the hand, but it's like, okay, this is like, they're trying to get them to think about this, think this through. Let's talk this out, because when you get into a man, like, if this wasn't a married at first sight marriage, if it was another marriage, like, you'd have to figure these things out. You'd have to talk about it. You'd have to do some self-examination, analyze okay, maybe this is me deflecting on to this person, how I feel about, like, all they said was you didn't take the trash out, and now you feel inadequate. No, you didn't take the trash out. That's you. So I don't think they were forcing it. They were just trying to get him to, like, let's talk this out, because let me just go there. It's you're in a marriage. I know it's married at first sight, but you're in a marriage, and if you find an easy way out, an excuse out then you'll do it in another. You'll do that. And unfortunately, a lot of times that's the culture where we are now.
Mhm.
It's easy. If I don't like something, I just be out. There's no longevity. I like what Tommy said, or Tommy or Artika, one of y'all, when Shaq and Kirsten were like, it's been a roller coaster. I was like, where the roller coaster at?
I
couldn't
missed
understand
something.
that. What's the roller coaster? You're not. Jamie and Beth was a roller coaster. That's a roller coaster.
Still are.
That's what I'm saying. That's a roller coaster. The fact that you can't communicate and you go in and out of yourself and issues you have with yourself, that's not a roller coaster of a relationship. It's just not. But so I think they were just trying to get Shaq mainly and a little bit of Kirsten, because I think I just like that. I would have a little pride about it. He told me no, I don't want to try. No.
Yeah, when he first started, she was basically saying, you don't spin the block on me.
Right.
And then by the ending of the pushing, it was like, okay, we can talk about it. But I felt like she had to work her way to being receptive to that, because I would be like, you don't spin the block on me. Like, you don't get to tell me no. You will not embarrass me on the TV.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and that's what he did. Embarrassed her.
Publicly embarrassed me on national
millions of people.
Listen, you would not. They would be all of that talking, and I'd be saying, that's wonderful. I may still care about him. I am still in my healing journey, but it's a no for me. I'm gonna go ahead and move forward because my DMs are popping too. Have you seen me?
They could probably buy me a $3 million house. One of them.
You will not. And honestly, he was him and Hein was, I feel like, to save face. Also, it was not. It was, oh, I made a mistake, but I need to save face because everybody is chewing me up. Because I think D said it. He didn't want to be with. It didn't feel like when someone wants to be with you, they say, I really want to give it a second chance. I really want to try. What can I do to make this right? He wasn't what he was saying. I know Glenn you was all like, yeah, they was putting on. And will you say when y'all, because y'all married and everything, I just be going through shit. When your wife is upset with you, upset and shutting down, are you not trying to make amends and trying to see how do we move past this? If it's somebody that you care about, want to spend time with, you are trying to figure out what it is. And I just feel like that's not who Shaq is. Am I lying? Or y'all be just over there?
No, you tell the truth. As a guy, if you really want something, you go get it. Most men, if they want it, they'll go get it. They apologize. But again, most men would do that, right? But when you have some type of tendencies and feelings in some type of way, you're not feeling that type of way. So I'm not saying anything about it. I'm just saying he doesn't have that quality has not been put in him. And look at the way that he's to respond to her, right? And like they kind of responded together. Sometimes as a man, not saying that you can't respond harshly. You know what? At what point as a man try to be the head? Because he said he wanted her to walk side him and be along and be a head. You as a head or a man, so there's a point you say, you know what? Let's get this together. I'm tired of chaos in my house. I'm tired of confusion. I'm tired of miscommunication. Let us get this thing together. And how can we get back on the same page if you want it? If you don't want it, you did what he did. He didn't want it. And you got to learn. But again, if you're not taught that, then you miss it, right? We never once heard him say, and maybe I missed it, that we were working on what the experts told us to do. Pastor Cal gave him instructions early in the season, and I did not see him work on those things that Pastor Cal told him to do early in the season. So when you don't do those things, because remember, she told him, I want you to hug and kiss me when I come in the house. We see him later on in the season not hugging her and kissing her when he came in the house. You didn't want to hug and kiss her. So I don't know what was he doing to make her think he may say yes.
What she said when they talked about it.
But he didn't give her a definite answer then.
But he sure didn't give her like it might be a no.
But I'm agreeing with Talisa. If it's me, you, any other guy, we're talking about it a week before decision day, 7 days. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna wink twice is a yes. right? A wink once is a no. We're going to give some type of inclination that because again, you already made it clear to me, don't embarrass me on TV. You already made it clear to me that if it's going to be a no, then let it be a no. Don't surprise me. So that communication in a relationship had to be a key, and he didn't know how to communicate with somebody who was just as strong as he was personality wise.
You know, you made a good point, Glenn, when you said, she said, I need you to hug me and kiss me when we walk in the door. And so if I'm sharing something with you, if you want to be with me, you are going to try and make correction and do those things. And I don't think that is where he landed.
Nope.
Yeah.
You was gonna say something, Tommy, because I saw you. You was up in your seat, up like this.
He was trying.
You know,
He was gonna say too. You remember?
What would that? Nah, I don't forget.
Oh,
What,
that's too bad.
no. It was a question you asked.
Yeah, I had asked if your wife is upset with you, are you not going to try and figure out what what's happening and how you move forward or something like that. Okay.
Got it. So my answer is completely different from Glenn's. So,
I love y'all so much.
So
I hope y'all can't hear them in the background.
yeah, I don't
We can
know.
and we loved it.
Well, we love
I
that.
know.
Let them play.
And we absolutely hate it.
Yeah. It's distracted to me, obviously, because I ain't even gave the answer to what I was gonna give. But no, like her issue, right? Her madness is her madness.
I'm her.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're her.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I ain't talking about nobody else.
I'm just making
I ain't
sure.
married to
I'm
nobody else.
clarifying for the people.
But no, like, if she mad, you're like, as my mom used to say, scratch it and get glad. But no, man, like I look at the situation like I used to try to figure it out, right? And I couldn't figure it out because it's like,
because he don't listen.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are you asking? Are you listening?
It's my fault she's mad, right?
Probably.
So,
9 times
it's my fault that she's mad. I'm going to correct my behavior by leaving her alone. Hey, Lily, chill out. By leaving her
She has
alone
a full-on production going on
until
in front of us.
until she want to talk about it, because me sitting there trying to go back and plead my case, that don't make sense to me. So I'm just all right. I see.
I'm not saying in the moment. I'm not saying in the moment because definitely.
Oh, you talking about just coming back to it?
General,
Yeah, I wasn't talking about it in the moment either. There's sometimes Jack get into it. This time I leave her alone. I let her settle down. I know it.
Tomato. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10. If she is mad, leave her alone.
I'm
talking about on the flip side. When
you want something to eat?
Oh yeah, he tries to do the stove still in the kitchen type questions.
Not just the stove still in the kitchen.
He's like, shut up.
No, man, like it's the way I look at it is I try to resolve the issue, right? But there's no argument with me. Like, I'm not finna discuss it with you. I'm not finna go back and forth because I lose. And nobody wants to lose all the time, So,
but you know what I learned? I learned in my 20-some years is and Mark, it's never win-loss. Because I'm not keeping score. It's never win-loss. So what it is I'm not gonna keep count. Oh, I lost this one, I won this one. I'm gonna try to figure out what the issue is. If it's me, I'm gonna fix me, but I'm gonna fix me the next time. We got it. Let's scratch it up. Yeah, you need something to drink. I go downstairs and get you the water. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're gonna ask for. You need your back rub. I'm gonna rub your back. Right? I'm waiting for those. I'm waiting.
Eyes over there on you like that.
Because I'm waiting for those questions, right? Because soon eventually, I used to be like, eventually, I'm gonna
that's what I was waiting for.
Eventually, I'm waiting for those.
That's what
I'm waiting for those questions because I know eventually they can come. Because you're working in the middle of the day, you're doing something. You're gonna add, I'm going to, or I do like Tommy. No. I'm going downstairs to get something to drink. You want something?
No, this okay. I'm gonna put it out. This is what he said. He said, I ain't gonna stay mad at him forever.
That's right.
Eventually, I'm gonna want my back scratched on some water.
You can be mad forever. So we're gonna then we're gonna work it out and figure out why we're mad. And I realized it goes back to the listening piece. I told you, I think I said it before. I'm at the point now where I ask her, all right, do you need me to listen or you need me to fix? So before we even get into this conversation, is this a problem that you need me to fix, or this is one that you need my undivided attention. I need to put my phone on silent. I need to cut the TV
It's
off.
always that.
I need to go, whatever case may be. I need to get away from my computer. I need to turn my chair towards you and watch your lips as you talk, so I can avoid those situations that we go into. But vice versa, because there's sometimes I say, you know what, Jack, I need your undivided attention, and we need to go. But let's see what it is, what the issue is. So, and then you pinpoint the issue. Sometimes the issue may be money. Sometimes the issue may be you're not listening. Sometimes maybe you're not being romantic enough. You're not taking care of meeting my needs. We're not doing many date nights. So it may just be, you know what, I'm frustrated with work, or the kids frustrating me, and I just need somebody. I need somebody to talk to, because I've seen little people all day long, and I need to talk to some adult.
That's what we do the same thing. When I say losing, it's like me trying to give a factual thing, but she always comes back with a rebuttal. I'm not great at that. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna get my point out. It could be wrong as wrong can be, but I'm gonna say my point. And you know, she always has a rebuttal for it. Like, I knew I won an argument, and like she just came back with something that I didn't think of, and that's what I mean by losing. So it's like I take the same approach. Like, when she's saying something, I make it so obvious that I'm listening to her, because she says I don't listen. So okay, let me shut everything down so I can listen to you while you talking. Then when you stop talking, I'm gonna go back to doing what I'm doing. So I had to learn that the hard way.
Still learning.
And adjusting. But like my question is, because I feel a way because people go out, because Father's Day was a few weeks ago. Happy Father's Day too. I don't know if I told you that.
Oh yeah, we text each other. Remember, happy Father's Day.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I know I didn't say it to you, so I'm saying it to you. But I feel like we're slighted on Father's Day, even though I'm bringing up old stuff. But
how did we get here?
I don't know. We was talking about. I have no clue.
Talking about men and chat. We just talking about men
relating to their women.
I mean, like, men get the short end of the stick though.
Okay.
Because we have to be the one that.
Okay.
we have to be the one that's always gonna fix the issue, or we're the issue. But sometimes y'all be the issue, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. Can we move to the next topic?
What they got to do with Father's Day?
I learned this.
Tag, Glenn.
You see, I said, how did we get here?
Glenn, go ahead.
I was with y'all literally up until he started talking about Father's Day. That's why I was like, how did we get here?
I'm moving on, but here, look, we moving on. But I've learned this, Tommy. Somebody, an older guy, told me, this is a church thing. He said, you'll never understand women, because when they were created, you were asleep.
We'll say it one more time. I missed it.
You'll never understand a woman, because when they was created, you were asleep.
Damn.
Think about that. Everything, I'm not trying to get too really, everything that's in the garden, man was in charge of, right? When he wasn't in charge of woman, he gave her a helpmate. So when when she was created, you were asleep. We don't understand too many things when we sleep. So guess what? Stop trying to figure it out.
Right, I'm gonna say, don't take that one, and y'all can take that one and put it in the bank. Because
I
think you and Glenn should have a sit down and talk about Father's Day.
We should.
Just live stream that.
Well, Tommy, I got you now. We call it talk, bro.
Because I had a comment about Father's Day too. But anyway.
Like, last thing about Father's Day, man, because it made me so mad, because we do a huddle at work, right? And Mother's Day come around, they tell everybody happy Mother's Day the weekend before. So we get to the huddle the weekend after Father's Day, and they end the huddle. I'm like, dog, Father's Day was Sunday. This is Tuesday. They like, oh yeah. Get out of my face, man. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I digress.
Go ahead, Talisa.
It's not that we just diminish Father's Day. Not at all, because you are needed, supported. We love you. We care for you. That is not it at all. I think Mother's Day looks so different because we do the bearing of the children, the carrying. You're there as support. We also do the rearing, the feeding. So there's a different level of commitment that a woman has than a father. And I do not negate that there are single fathers or any of that. I'm just saying that the majority of the world sees that the mother is the creation and that they should be all bowing down. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
But it's a whole because mothers can't create without fathers. But that's
You might be true. That might be true. I'm not gonna say that, but you can't create, you can't make, you can't grow, you can't feed. So don't go there with me. You want to talk about what you can't do what? Now you know I'm all
talking about his useless nipples
don't do it.
weekly.
We're gonna get off this, but I gotta say that I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna piggyback on that to Lisa, but for real, because I think mothers do get it because mothers are nurturing. You know, that's what mothers do. A lot of times, daddy has to be the stern, the stern person, the disciplinarian, the put their foot down tight, and so kids don't always receive that as love, but that's daddy's love. You receive the love, the I love you, the hugs, the kisses. Let me put a Band-Aid on your boo-boo, that type of thing. And so it's just, and like you said, for 9 months I carried you. Yeah, it be that. No job. You know.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is give the drummer some.
And we need you. I'm not saying that we do not need you as fathers. We need you. We love you. I mean, it's without a question of a doubt that every home should have a mother and a father. Even if they're not together, there should be contribution from both parties. So don't ever get that from
in the transition. We saw that we saw this in the season because Shaq didn't have a father that he could look up to. And then you saw Eris didn't have a father that he really could look up to neither. And you see how both immature those guys were, especially Eris. But you see, and Shaq
was fathers nor father figures.
Yeah,
and you saw the insecurity, and because as you mentioned, fathers do something different, right? Fathers are not going to baby kids up. We're going to tell you the reality of the matter is get your act together. If you don't get your act together, this is going to happen. Or the reality, look, I don't need you to be here. And I think sometimes, as you said, the sternness that fathers do it in, it is love, right? Because it's the love that we want to carry. We want you to get your stuff together, and this is how to maneuver. And then not always smacking somebody upside the head and all that other stuff. But that's a whole different podcast. But being able to show them that, hey, this is some things that you need to do. Or in marriage, I thought about this while we were driving. And you know what? Teaching how to change a tire, or teaching how to make sure you prepared, keep an umbrella in the car, or walking on a certain side of the street because when you're on a date, you don't want to get hit by the car. Those type of things. Listening to your wife, right? Not always. This is something I be transparent. We didn't turn this to the whole married. This is married at first sight. Stop thinking of an answer before I even finish the question.
Yeah,
that was one of the biggest things we had. But before Jackie can even get out the question or the problem, I already had an answer in my head. This is how we're gonna fix it. And she's like, I don't need you to fix it. I just need you to listen.
I heard that too, a lot.
Yeah, and so
that was just something to be adjusted to. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like that's what we did. Like when problems arise in our life when we were single, that's what we did, or with other girlfriends, that's what we did. But then now it's with our wife, and 24/7, it's we're working together as like a one unit. So when there's a problem, I gotta fix it because that's my job.
And sometimes the problem isn't really a problem. It's I've already fixed it. Let me just tell you about what had happened.
And I know how to fix it. But right now, Matt, I want to get this out. I'm
not about to get over it easily. So listen.
Yeah.
But again, Shaq couldn't handle that. That's what it is. I'm transitioning. But if you look at the whole relationship, he couldn't handle it. He didn't understand. When she communicated that, he didn't know how to handle it. You got guys who are married and who was willing committed to our marriage. We may not have knew how to handle it, but we didn't leave our marriage. We dealt with it and try to work out and try to figure out the process. Shaq didn't try to figure out the process in 8 weeks, right? And so he didn't try to figure out, okay, what is she actually saying? And when you didn't have a question about when he didn't understand what she was saying, why didn't he should have been like, you know what? This is what the father coming in teaching. I'm gonna teach my son in the relationship that he have. Hey, bro, this is what she's trying to say. Don't do this. This is what she really mean. I need you to communicate here. I need you to open up. I need you to express yourself. So that he didn't have that. So now he doesn't understand how to deal with it when he has a woman who's committed and she's expressing herself and communicating.
Yeah, we have to leave Shaq and Kirsten alone.
No, it's
but I wanted to say this. I wanted to say this because somebody said in the chat, I think again the problem was when we're talking about them communicating. When Shaq wanted her to communicate, he couldn't get anything out of her. And then when she started to open up, he had already shut down. So I think he did want her, and then after a while, he was like, "Well, God dog, I can't do nothing. Like I'm trying to get what I need." It was just that's the roller coaster again. Like I said, it was the not emotions, but we can't get on the same page.
But that's what
Shaq was emotional though.
Yeah.
He was.
Like he was very emotional in a lot of things that he was doing throughout the season, and I was like, the biggest thing was I need support, I need support, I need support, but you keep moving the field goal on this girl.
Mm-hmm.
She don't know what the support you need because the field goal is moving. And I do one thing, but then here it is. You're like, no, I don't want you to support me that way. That bothered me throughout the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
Just ask for the bare minimum because you got to realize you just met this girl.
I wouldn't even say you should ask for the bare minimum, but I feel like you should ask for what you want. And I feel like that was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was stating what they wanted.
What
it was
they
just,
wanted.
you're not doing what I want. What do you want? It's like Tyrese. What more do you want from me? If you don't tell me what you want from me, I will never know.
Yeah.
I won't ever.
Hey, Rhonda posed a question in the chat, and I'm gonna ask you guys. What way did Kirsten show she liked him enough to say yes?
She had the sex with him. That should have been enough because at the beginning she was like, "Don't kiss me."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just made me think about how she has said, "I don't want to be seen with you in Nashville."
Mm-hmm.
That was something for me. I don't want people to see me with you in Nashville. And I get that today we together, and then like you are right now, too much. You don't have not in a relationship, but just because you see me out hanging out with somebody, I don't have to give you all the details.
Right.
I can tell you that I'm in an experiment. I get to choose what information, but the fact that you don't want me to go out with you, you aren't affirming that you are attracted to me, that you want to be with me. That's a thing. So I'm Rhonda. I don't know, girl. I don't know what way that she said she liked him, other than the sex. Other than that,
I kind of get the whole we not going out because like I was one of the few people that wasn't against Mitch taking off his ring when he had the work thing. I don't want to talk about this because in 2 months this might not be here anymore.
Listen, I need you to show me off. Okay, I need you to be excited to be with me because I am amazing. I understand all of that, and I'm gonna deal with the consequences later because it's gonna all be on the TV anyway. So I might as well bring you outside and say, "This is my husband." Oh, when did you meet, girl? Blindly. I'm on Married at First Sight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand because you wanted to be married really bad, and this is just me. I need you to desire me and to be excited about me. And this is something that I have recently discovered about me, that I need you to be like, this is my girl. You see her? And I think my husband did that to me because everywhere we went, he was excited to be like, this is my wife. This is my wife. Y'all see my wife? This is my wife. Like he was excited. And I wasn't nearly as fabulous as this. I was actually mean and spiteful and hateful when I was married. But he would be like, I'm so proud to be with my wife. She is an amazing person, and I need that. So for me, I would have probably said no to Kirsten too, just on that, child.
Talisa, you said something that was good though, because if you look at the relationship, he was willing to show her off, but she wasn't willing to show him off, and there lies a miscommunication again, because he felt like, okay, dang, I want to show you off. I want to take you to Memphis State, wherever he works at, Texas. I want to take you to my school and I want to show you off, but you don't even want me to go down to the bar. Tennessee State. You don't even want me to go to the bar with you.
You want me to go to the grocery store.
The grocery store.
Because my next one might be at the bar.
It's mixed signal.
I feel like y'all missing the point.
My next one, you're right, Artika. My next one might be at the bar. I don't like.
And I can't explain to him. I was married last week, but now I'm not.
But that also says my next one is at the bar because I really am not into you. So I mean,
it could. That could
you know
be it.
but that's my overthinking happening right now, right? But nevertheless, that's where I would have went. I would have been like, you don't want to show me off because you do know all these people and you are not sure about us, and I need people to be sure about me. And listen, when you tell them that it was married at first sight, they're gonna be like, "Girl, I don't care. I knew you wasn't gonna like him no way." Like, like I said, I'm going through a life lesson. Okay,
You got a point. You got a point.
I got going through a whole life lesson. So just ignore it.
I disagree.
You just, it's all right. To me, I'm all like, it's okay. I'm learning to be like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I want to deal with move away from Shaq and Kirsten for a minute. I want to deal with
That's all.
Dom.
It's gonna have been an hour already.
Yeah.
Y'all got me some ideas off of this thing. We got a whole marriage podcast thing going because we were talking about relationship time. We've been working on that. But we got you deal with Dom. You talk about mothers and things like that. Dom now feeling she kind of didn't give Mac a full chance.
You think?
Even though she listened to her intuition, and I think her intuition luckily became right because he wanted to go. I kind of believe Mac, if this would have worked out, he would have stayed. I want to say I kind of really believe him a little bit. If it would have worked out, he would have stayed. But because it didn't work out, she feels like you're right. And she thought she was really immature enough. Do y'all think she was immature? They're not immature. Do you think she's too young to be on the show? Was 26 too young?
Yeah. I think 26, and I don't know her personally, but my 26, I couldn't do that show. I was way too interested in, like, I was getting comfortable with being by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Because we started dating at 26.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that 26 was too young. I feel okay. I keep saying this. I know it sounds bad to the people that are on the show, but when you do Married at First Sight, there's a level of desperation. I don't feel like at 25, 26 years old, you should be that desperate.
Nah.
Like, what else have you tried? Try
Right.
something.
Right.
Figure it out.
Do something else. Try something else. And the issue that I always had with Dawn was that she didn't originally sign up for it. Yes, she completed the application, but her
mama completed an application. She
Yeah.
just showed up to the interview.
Right. She continued on to do it, but her mom is the one that actually showed the interest for her. And that's like, nah, player, this is your life. You got to do that, type of deal. But the thing about it is, or what I noticed is that Dom feeling like she should have finished it. See what they doing. She should have finished it. Yeah, she should have. But the issue is she didn't.
They doing something.
But yeah, that's all I got right there.
I think 26. I think it depends on the 26-year-old.
Yes, ma'am.
Unlike Tommy at 26, of course I had a child though. I was really responsible, really knew where I wanted my life to go. Wasn't quite in the space that I'm in now, but I knew the direction that I wanted it. If I didn't have any children, I probably would have just been a free spirit, and y'all would have been saying, "Oh, she got high turnover," because I would have just been having a good time. But nevertheless, I think that her 26 was not mature enough. She was not ready, and like Tommy said, her mother is the one who applied. Her mother is the one who all the questions were probably from her mother's perspective, because her mother probably filled out all the questionnaire on her behalf as well. So in addition to, this is something that I want for my daughter, but your daughter didn't want it for herself. And she crying on that couch like that. And I thought to myself, child, you did miss an opportunity for growth is what you missed. However, you getting ready to get it on the back end because you now you have regret that you didn't finish the process. Furthermore, neither one of you were really attracted to one another. He even said, I wasn't really attracted to Dom. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said it in that thing. Because, I just watched it a few minutes ago. So he said, I wasn't really attracted to Dom. He liked her ladies, but that was it. That was, he didn't like, that wasn't, and vice versa. You know what I mean? They could have did like Clint and Gina though, for sure. They could have did like Clint, or even like Eris and Jasmine, except for they was holding hands and stuff. For what? I don't know. You know what I mean? Sitting on your lap and carrying on. Y'all, he don't like you. I wouldn't have got girl. Child.
Yeah. Plus, you crying too if you're a little bit lighter in the pocket because you ain't get paid for all the episodes you wasn't on. If you dumb, you know, you went on episodes, you ain't get paid for those, right?
You didn't. That money, girl. I would have been stacking that money.
You didn't, and this is the part. She said, "This is when I looked at Jack like, really? Did she say that? I wish he would have came after me. I wish he would have came after me and told me to come back. I wish he would have basically what I heard was, I wish he would have manned up and told me, get back, get my butt back in the house."
That's what she said.
Like
she said, that's what she said. But
which goes to me. Here we go. She was looking for an older man. I think Talisa or Tommy, somebody said early in the season, Dom wanted a daddy.
That was Tommy. That wasn't me. That was Tommy.
I think Tommy. The Dom wanted a father. Not, she wanted a father, not a husband. Somebody might have chat, might have said or whatever.
Yeah.
But that Dom was looking for more of a husband, more of a father figure than a husband. And that when he checked, she wanted somebody to check him, and Mac wasn't going to check her. Like, why you ain't asked me to come back? Mac was like,
I ain't getting ready to make nobody stay that don't want to be here. That's what Mac said. I'm not getting ready to make nobody stay. They ain't trying to be here. For me, I was gonna say the same thing as Talisa. Some people have said in the chat too. 20. It depends on the 20. She was definitely too immature. She wasn't mature enough. She was old. I'm saying for me and Glenn got married at what?
I was 23.
23 and 24. So at 26,
with no kids.
I had my first child.
Yeah.
You know, so she was not mature enough. I think she wasn't too young. Up here she was too young for sure. And like I was saying earlier, she had the mentality also. She took it like it's a married at first sight thing, you know, I can get out of it. You know, I don't like what I'm seeing. I mean, and her intuition when it came to him moving was correct, but I do think too that her bailing out on it did have something to do with it. But her thing was with her crying is she said it was really, I feel like I'm a failure because she could have put more effort into it. She really could have. The whole point of the married at first sight process is it's like, you know, they've matched us up. You're supposed to marriage, period. You work through some things. Y'all not the same person. You're not the same person. And if I say I'm committed to you and I love you, you know, for these, I have to take what I love you for, also with some stuff that be pissing me off. And can I work out the stuff to be pissing me off? Yeah. Can I put what I love about you above what be pissing me off?
Absolutely. There it is. Let me write that down. Don't quotation mark Jackie. Yeah.
Anything else from this episode that was burned? I know we all know Nicole is annoying as all get out. I think they look at her. I like the fact that Dr. P is going to be one of the experts. I think that was pretty cool.
I think that was a better choice over Devon Franklin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just with their tryout, I definitely believe that she was the better choice. And you know, I'd be happy when Black women be showing up the way we do. So that might be part of my bias too, child. But I'm glad that they got her. Beautiful, brilliant, you know, bold, not afraid to share. And I want to say that only really quick, the conversation that they had with Shaq and Kirsten, with the one they had with Mac and Dom, should have been conversations that they had during the season.
Yes.
Those conversations were important, especially how Dr. Pia had said, whatever she said, to get Kirsten, you know, what is it that you want? Let's talk about it right now. What do you want from him? Having that conversation together is so much more helpful prior to them getting the divorce. That would have been like, okay, now I understand. And him having to articulate what is it I want. You know, those conversations are so important. And sometimes people like Shaq and Kirsten, who had the biggest communication issues, need someone to help them guide them through talking.
So, other words, you want more experts than group therapy.
Per usual. They can do
Yep.
they can do individual therapy. That would probably be better because group one person like Nicole is gonna probably take over. So I mean, give me a season, give me an episode with 5 minutes because it's a 2-hour episode when you add them commercials. Give me some 10, 15 minutes, 5 minutes of them talking individually, like real counseling stuff. And if they have that, they need to show that to us because it's a whole disappointment for me that maybe she will be the one to add that component for us. So maybe I will review it for real.
Not for real. Not for real.
For real?
Like for real, y'all be doing y'all thing on Thursday. I'd be like, oh, look at that notification. Married at First Sight, August Lester, and notification, Jack and Glenn, and then Talisa. I see y'all on Sunday, and I'm gonna watch.
Hey, but they do need to give these folks some type of premarital counseling, because we went through it. It was some expectation that kind of dials in the expectations a little bit when they really do go down and say I do. And I think that's the disservice that they're not getting because we obviously know or we've stated something's wrong, reason why they're coming to this show. So let's dial back some of your expectations. We already have you matched up. Let's dial back some of the expectations so we can move forward and possibly get you guys to actually grow into this thing to say yes at decision day. Like if the ratio was better, I think the show goes longer. But we're all looking for those gotcha moments. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna cause the most riffraff? And I think for this season, I think if I'm understanding your gripe with it, it's like it wasn't enough of that, and then it's going so long.
I think that
who are we talking about too? Like I'm just sitting on here talking. I'm just literally.
Is that
on
where
here
we
talking.
are?
What is this?
That's Homeboy again.
I need to block him on my channel because I don't like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And today is not a good day.
Yeah, I don't think.
Right
time for you to get your shot, bro.
Yeah. Today is not a good day for that. Today I will tear something.
Yeah.
What did you say last?
Today would not be a good day for that.
I don't know.
Oh, my gripe with the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gripe with the season.
So the biggest gripe that I had was, okay, so y'all had 24, 25 episodes ordered from Lifetime for this season. And I understand that that's business, right? You lost a couple, so you lost like 30 minutes of footage, like 20 to 30 minutes of footage almost every episode from losing this couple. Make it worth my while for all this other stuff that you add in. Like, instead of where are they now? Why don't you come up with, let's follow Shaq and Kirsten after decision day to see what those conversations look like. Let's I'm sorry. Let's follow Nicole and Chris and see, like, I don't know, a day in the life, a week in the life. I don't know. Give me something else other than we've had basically Where Are They Now 3 times already.
Right.
And we're about to get another one. We know where they are, not married to each other.
But the Where They Are Now, for me, the next one is the one that I'm more interested in than the 3. Was it 2 episodes?
It was probably just 2. I'm being dramatic.
2 episodes that they had between. Like, give that break like they used to. They used to be off for a week, and then they'll come back.
And their off week this time, the one that I don't think anybody, well, no, some people I watched that do the reviews did review was when they had the previous cast come back and talk. Like, I don't care what Lindsay got to say about this season.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, I think this need to be some.
Girl, he even found him. Well, where's the money? Cash at me. Where's it out here? Where is my? If you got more money than whatever, listen. you can go ahead and do a sticker and give me some of that money, all that shit
Why
you
is it,
talking.
man?
Okay. So listen, I'll take your money. I'll
Why is
take
this
your money.
man trying to shoot a shot right now?
And in the wrong way. I'm
Right.
just listen.
Right.
Yeah, they missed it. What y'all wasn't on here when this
You never
Joker was
accepted
on
my
here before.
DM. I probably didn't, child. Listen, and he didn't want this. Let me, child,
I'll take it there.
child. Let me, child. Don't come back.
Lord have mercy. They
Damn, Talisa, what you do to him?
Nothing. Okay, evidently nothing. Cut. I mean,
Like,
It's
golly.
it's a kid too.
yeah,
It's
23.
a kid to us, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You younger than my
I ain't look.
sister,
I
I
ain't
just
got
make-
to. I ain't got to that age yet.
No, if you're younger
Yeah,
than my
I
sister,
ain't-
I'm like kid.
You call
Yeah.
it. I don't.
I ain't there
I'm
yet.
only going 10
Gotcha.
years younger, and that's actually too young. So
uh-huh.
So,
Uh-huh.
what other changes you want to see in Married at First Sight as we wrap this thing? I mean, we had some changes. What changes would you want to see moving forward?
Ooh.
I want to see, like Talisa said, I want to see more of the experts like doing some actual counseling. You know, I want to see that. I want to see I don't know. Jesus. They just I don't know what's going on today.
I hope Talisa know these folks. Man.
I don't know.
Is this
I don't
is
know.
this the same person?
Yes, I don't know this man.
Obviously, Tommy.
But
They
got
just keep
different-
coming
They
back.
got different names.
You can change your profiles. You know
We
that.
doing that.
Every time. But yeah, I want to see the experts doing more real counseling with the couples. I would like to see, like Tommy said, I would like to see them doing some counseling with them before the wedding, like in those 2 weeks from the time they tell them they're getting married until they get married. I would like to see that. Or I would like to see some evidence. I would like them to say we did this with them.
Mhm.
I would like to see that.
I agree with you on the counseling. Like what season was that when they were with Dr. Pia with the emotion wheel?
Emotion wheel, yeah.
Mhm.
More of that, less of the other stuff. Because I just can't take any more. Where are they now?
Yeah.
Right.
I would like to see if it's my turn.
Go ahead.
I would like to see. It's a lot of things I would change about it. First off, I do the marital counsel, the premarital counseling, financial counseling. I would talk to
They didn't even talk about money on this season at
Yeah.
all.
like I would talk about that because that's a big one. Me and Artiga still talk about that and trying to fix a lot of that. What else? Of course, more of the experts counseling throughout the season. I would like to see them not allow people to leave like Dom and
Yes.
McKinley
Yes.
did. I would like for them to be like, stick it out. Because regardless of anything, either we're gonna get some juicy stuff to review, or we're gonna or you guys gonna fall in love and say yes and be one of the greatest couples to come through Married at First Sight.
Who was the first couple to ever be like, we're done? I know Alyssa and Chris did. Dom and Mac did.
I don't know.
Zach and Mindy did.
I didn't watch
I think maybe Zach and Mindy were the first ones.
I don't know, but it's like
we started watching Married at First Sight completely out of order.
Yeah, it's like if there's a real reason for you guys not to stick together, okay. If y'all decide to leave, then okay. But outside of that, man, I like that they shortened the episodes to an hour. What else? I would like to see the more like the things that they tell them to do. I would like to see them do it. You know what I'm saying?
Not like Clint and Gina. We got the stuff. Here's a feather rub on your arm, because that's
like no.
They just did it to say they did it.
Right, like hold them accountable of doing the thing. Because I mean, like I want to see more yeses. then I do like how many no's. Like their ratio is, I don't know how you can. They're like the weatherman. You know, you don't
I
have to
don't know.
be
I think the weatherman got better. He got
man.
better.
He does because he told me it was gonna rain at 6, and at 6:03 it was raining.
Man, like come on, man. They got to get some
Tommy,
better
but for real,
numbers, man.
I said that too. I think when we did the last season, I said that they need to put in the contract that because at first it was like with Zach and Mindy, the thing was he didn't move in with her. So I need to put a stipulation in the thing that you have to move in with each other.
Because Gina tried
You can't just skip out on the process. If you sign up to be married at first sight and we match you with somebody and you get to wedding day, you have to go through the process again within reason. And we haven't seen anybody be physically or abusive. We haven't seen anybody be we haven't. So
Yes.
of course with the physical abuse,
That's what I was thinking of, K-Mac.
emotional and verbal abuse, of course, but other than that, can I say this real quick? Satan, the Lord rebuke you. I just felt the need to do that. I'm sorry.
This dude's just
I know
it's tripping though, but we're gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore the fact he's tripping because we're gonna just ignore
I just had to say that though. The blood of Jesus is against you.
But you know, it's tripping on that. But again, we're it's tripping.
My brother is mad.
I'm hot because to me it gives me creep vibes, right? And I don't like creep vibes. And he's not talking to none of the dudes on here, and that's my problem. And my problem is that, right? And we don't know who you are, whatever case, because guess what? It is something that is really wrong if you got to go ahead and get on social media and try to get attention from a lady who doesn't want to deal with you.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know this guy, and I don't know what's going on. What's up, Doug?
Hey, Jay.
Somebody was asking about you a little while ago, J-Dub.
His word, what does he call Shaq? Is it spicy?
You call him spicy.
I don't get what this guy is like got going on, man. But
game, right?
It's like LIG it, man. Like just come back to it, you know? Like
right.
Or send her,
like it's like
send her a super chat.
Right. Like do
Her,
what you have to do privately because here it's like we're talking about something else, but we ain't gonna get that too much attention.
Yeah.
But I used to holler in college. I used to holler at girls off of Facebook. So
You could have kept that.
That's what I wanted to say. I mean, like you remember the little poke
They
thing?
still do that. They still do that. Be all under your comments and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They still do it. They still do it, Tommy. Don't worry. That ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing.
Hey, so before we wrap up, guys in the chat, those on the chat, JW, y'all, we talking about what changes would you like to see Married at First Sight do moving forward, if any? What changes would you want to see Married at First Sight do? The change that I want to see Married at First Sight do is I like to see. I think somebody mentioned earlier pre-counseling, even though you may not know who they are, right? I want to see them sit down with the expert and go through the whole, have some counseling for themselves and go through a pre-counseling session. So these are things that you may want to expect in your marriage, that you may see in a marriage, and some things like that, so they can get some understanding of what it is and find out again. I think what Married at First Sight does, these people are Married at First Sight for a reason, and because they are already have issues, already have problems, and some of those things are not worked out before they put them on TV. So that's what I want to see, them make some of the issues work out or have pre-counseling beforehand.
Yeah. J-Dub said go back to the old formula.
Yes, old formula is good. Old formula is definitely good.
It worked out a lot better.
It worked out a lot better. All right. Let's close up. Closing thoughts for everybody. What y'all working on? And what's
I'll
next?
go first.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just working on myself right now. I'm just healing and I'm working on myself right now. I owe a whole lot of like stuff. Basketball and life is lifing has stopped me from providing all of my content that I can't even watch the shows. I'm so busy. So even if it's after the fact, okay, it'll be there and watch it. And who knows, something great might come out of Life is Lifing. So make sure you subscribe to all of our channels, including mine. And for me, you have to go back and put the notification bell on because they're not going to tell you because I be absent. So you got to come periodically and just turn the notification bell back on every now and again. Be like, I ain't seen her, and because I hear people say all the time, "Oh my God, you uploaded! My notification bell was off." I was like, I didn't tell you when I didn't push it, so re-push it and come back through.
I had to do that because I found you were doing Summer House because I was looking for somebody reviewing Summer House, and I was like, look at this. I know her.
Yeah, I know her in real life, not just on YouTube. I got 2 to review, and I think tonight they have a reunion, so I'm gonna do all of them.
I'm so behind. I'm on episode 3.
What? It's all right. It's all
It
right.
is what it is.
It is. The only reason we stick with some stuff sometimes is because it's just what it is.
Because we're reviewing it, because I would have been done with this season of Married at First Sight if we weren't reviewing.
Right.
Yeah, I think this one was too long. Would have been done too. August Love, Talisa, anything else before we? August Love story.
All right, so we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot.
I gotta find out what we got going on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
we got a lot. We got a lot of content that we finna come out with. I gotta edit those videos.
Really?
I'm gonna edit everything we got and put it out.
Okay.
And
I love that.
I'm finna pull my drone out, so I'm gonna different start messing around with my drone. So I'm gonna put some of that footage out. Y'all wish me luck. In August, I start studying for the CPA. So that's 2 years. I'm gonna be like heavy in the book. So I'm trying to flood the streets now. So then I can get into a routine. We actually working on a podcast for dads because I got to give the drummer some. So that's in production. We're with 3M Media.
It's not in production.
Well, I mean, like
it's in pre-production.
It's in pre-production, but hey, we growing it.
Now we know where the Father's Day comment came from.
I know.
Right.
He been yelling about Father's Day and Daddy's.
That's what it is.
Sleep on the little thing in the hospital when Lily was born.
You see how
Lily about to
bring
be 4.
us no food, like we just not there.
I think they bring. How about now? Didn't they bring you some food this time?
No, I came prepared this last time.
I had Lily at the same hospital I had Friday, and it was.
Yeah, I went downstairs to eat. I didn't get any food neither. I figured they gave me food, they would charge me for it, so I'd rather pay my own price downstairs.
Cafeteria in the women's hospital that I delivered. You have to go to the main. No, they didn't have a real cafeteria. You had to go across the street to the main hospital to get to the
They brought her food.
It wasn't anything to write home about.
But no, Royal was with me with Kingston. Royal and my dad were there when I was getting ready to have Kingston, and they brought them some food. I couldn't eat, but they brought them some food. So
yeah, they just looked at me.
They kicked us out in 24 hours.
They just looked at me. No, but what else we got? T-shirts. We're gonna start working on T-shirts. The membership, we're gonna start pushing that a little bit more.
We're gonna get everybody here back on the podcast again.
Yep. We're gonna get you guys back on the podcast.
Because Talisa has to have a part 2, and I got something new to talk to Jack and Glenn about.
Okay. All right. There it is. We've been recording the podcast, so yeah, that's coming. What else? My hair is growing, and
it looks nice.
I'm seeing it.
I got growing hands.
Look at Artika. Look at Artika.
Artika keeps it up.
It's me. I got a
and I love you guys. So that's it. That's all we got.
So what we got? Try to do matrimony thoughts. Try to bring that back out. Got behind a couple episodes on the one.
Oh yeah, we have to do the one.
We got to do one with Kirk Franklin. They actually moved into the mansion, so a couple episodes of that we're done. And then we're going to Radio Love Dallas comes out in a couple weeks, July 7th, I think. Starts next Friday. We're gonna start doing that. And so we're gonna do those things. And again, no, you don't shut me up. This is my channel. If it was Artika's, if I knew how to block you from Talisa, you would. I choose not to interact with you, except for this time. I'm gonna interact with you because again, I'm a 44-year-old dude, man. I do what I like and what I want to. So if I choose to discuss you, I will. And so this is my last comment to you. All right. So we're good there. I'm fine with that.
One more
and the only reason I didn't block him again because he seemed to keep coming back, and I just figured that we would just ignore him.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't know.
I get distracted real easy, man. I like reading the comments, but like,
I do too. Man. You don't know me. I don't know you, so let's keep it classy, right? I don't mind you watching. I just want you to be classy.
Last thing, Quad's birthday is on the 9th, so we're gonna have a 1-year-old in 7 days.
Yeah.
Bear with us as
7
I deal
days.
with this because my baby is doing the most.
Yes. Hey, he's grown.
He's a almost 1-year-old boy.
Yes,
Yes.
Oh
he
yeah, a
is
few
not
days
the sweet baby I bought home anymore.
And he's a boy.
So yes,
Yep.
in a week we can wish him happy birthday
Yeah.
because we won't be here,
What we gonna do?
Yep.
like
So-
here.
Oh.
Yeah, well, yeah, no reviews next week. We're done with Married at First Sight. We're not doing well there now. We've seen about 50 million of those. We're done. But we're here now. Married at First Sight. We catch you guys after the honeymoon of Denver in Denver. All right, or during the honeymoon in Denver. That's where we'll be at. So we'll come back then.
okay, good. I wonder if I can
Yeah.
after the honeymoon.
Yeah.
We'll do it then. Well, hey guys, appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with us for a little bit over an hour. We appreciate you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification on everybody's channel. And I guess this season of Married at First Sight was interesting. And I think when we come back, maybe in August, that Nicole and Chris will still be married. I think when we watch where they are now, Nicole and Chris still be married. Nobody else is getting. I don't think Kirsten and Shaq is getting back together. I don't think Dom and Clint's going to work out. I don't think Gina and Mac is going to work out. But I don't think Eris would have anybody neither. So that's where I think it's going to be at with where are they now.
But Jasmine gonna have her friend boy to turn into her boo.
So, Jasmine might have some announcements. She might be engaged with friend boy or something like that. Well, only time will tell. Hey, appreciate you guys. Thanks for everybody that's rocking in the chat, and we'll catch you guys in about a month or two
Bye.
on the panel. Have a good one. Peace.